Hello, hello everyone, Vormithrax here. Let's get back to our Amnesia Ascension challenge. Do a Monday night stream. Alright. Just to kind of get things rolling, do a brief recap like I usually do. So here's our character sheet, and this is an ongoing challenge. Amnesia Ascension. Amnesia is just referring to the restrictions I put on myself for the character creation. I didn't take a single skill point, and also did not take any learned traits when I created the character. So we started out with flat zeros in this entire column, and no traits that were learned, just physical stuff. Then we also started the game world with the Ascension mod pack installed. That includes the PK's rebalancing, Arcana, Blaze mod, and a few others. So we're testing out that world. Haven't played much in it, so this is our most successful attempt so far. We're up to John Doe number 7 as our characters, so we've died 6 times previously. We're doing pretty well in this one, so holding out hope that we can keep this guy alive and actually get him ascended. There is something quest-wise and relating to killing high-level monsters, collecting items, and actually ascending to a higher plane or something like that. So we haven't gotten a lot of lore to investigate that side of it yet, but we hope to. So that's pretty much it. You can see what we're starting with here, stat-wise, equipment-wise. Let me show this info as well. Alright, there's the various settings, mod packs, and challenge info in the chat. Alright, and just making sure the stream info's looking good. Everything looks strong. Let me know in chat if there's any kind of problems. And let's go ahead and get off of that. Here's our inventory screen. So we're pretty well geared up. We've got survivor gear in most of our locations. Before I started the episode, I was taking a look at some of the gear and some of the recipes we have access to, and I'm going to change out a few things. The only thing I've done so far is I moved our butcher knife onto our utility belt, and I dumped the sheath that was on our leg. And we've got a few other things we're going to build and swap out as well. So, to begin with, let me bring my notes back up here. I'm not real happy about our encumbrance. So our torso is pretty extreme encumbrance-wise. We're going to build a few things that'll hopefully alleviate that a bit. So let's see. I'm looking at dumping the light survivor body armor. That actually is conflicting with the survivor suit. They're on the same layer. So we're going to get rid of the body armor, and we're going to replace it with an Nbr Vest with Kevlar installed in it. That is a torso only, almost the same amount of raw encumbrance, but it'll be on a different layer, so we won't get the encumbrance overlayer penalties. So that'll help out a bit. In addition, we've got a few other things I'm thinking of doing, so let's just kind of roll through things here. First thing I'm going to do, though, is make sure I remember what slots I've got things in. We're going to drop the Barrett temporarily. Actually, I've got the firearm repair kit. I remember I wanted to do something with that. Let's make sure our area is clear, which it is not. I've got no weapons equipped currently. Let's use the S-stock on this guy. So let's wield our new S-stock. Stab for 57 and stab for 55. Love it. So we hit both times despite our encumbrance for good strong hits. This S-stock is going to be really good for that, for tough zombies and anything with some kind of armor or coverage. Alright, an iBot is in view. Where's the iBot at? 52 to the southeast. Alright, if he leaves me alone, I'll leave him alone. Otherwise, we look pretty clear. Couple of zombie kids, 53 to the northwest. We should be fine. So let's get some stuff done. Alright, let's activate that firearm repair kit for the Barrett. Activate it again. Oh, now I'm going to have to recharge it. God dang. Where'd you come from? Apparently it took a long time to do that repair kit. I'm not sure where that guy actually came in from. Alright, let's try this again. go back to our repair kits. What is it to reload this thing? Just batteries? I've got plenty of batteries for that kind of a use, so we'll go with it. Out of batteries there. Let's back up one space. I'll grab them from that pile. Alright, so the Barrett's repaired. Let's do it one more, and that accurized it. So our Barrett is now accurized. And let's try to accurize our pneumatic bolt driver. And we accurized it. Awesome. So we got our Barrett and our pneumatic bolt driver accurized. What else? The scar. Let's repair and accurize the scar while we're doing all this. Right after we reload this thing again. Alright, scar's been repaired and accurized as well. I think that's all I'm going to worry about for now. Alright, so let's drop the Barrett. I don't have an immediate use for it. We'll drop the firearm repair kit in the same space. Actually, I think I'll keep that and drop that up front where we keep the UPS recharger. Okay, so first task done. We've got that stuff fixed, and I need to fix some of my gear as well, but I'll do that after we do our sorting. Some of this we might just drop. Alright, first thing I want to look at is that Nbr Vest with Kevlar Plates. So let's look up Nbr Vest. Right there, it's going to take 24 Kevlar plates just to get the basic vest. Then we're going to actually install more plates. That's going to take 8 more. So 32 Kevlar plates. I'm not sure how many I actually have. We're going to find out. So go ahead and build that. Use the sinew. So we got that built. Then we're going to do it again. But this time we're going... Whoops. Nbr with Kevlar plates. Apparently we do have enough. And there we have an Nbr Vest with Kevlar plates now. Right there. Awesome. So let's drop the Light Survivor body armor. And let's wear the Nbr Vest with Kevlar plates. Alright. Didn't change it a ton, encumbrance-wise, but all I needed was the torso protection for the most part, and I think that's going to work out better. This is worn over your other clothes, whereas this is your standard clothing layer. So I've got next to the skin with the gambeson, standard clothing layer with the survivor suit, and then over the clothes with the Kevlar. Alright, next thing, I've got to decide about this thermal suit. I'm not using it for its thermal electric properties, and I think I can drop it safely without losing too much else. So I'm going to remove that for now. We'll keep the individual items for our feet and hands and so on, but we'll lose that right there. Alright, so we've got those two done, and I'm thinking of removing the gambeson. So as things stand now on our torso, we still got these 3 layers, and I think it's overkill. I think it's too much. The gambeson is providing me 30 warmth on my torso, arms, and legs. That's what I'm worried about. If I dump the gambeson, it's going to get too cold. So I think I need to keep that. So yeah, we're probably going to need to keep those 3. Alright, but we got a few other things we're going to take care of here. Next up, so we're going to keep the gambeson due to protection and temperature. The next one is a survivor harness. Right there, survivor harness. Go ahead and build that. Finished it up. Oh, we got tailoring 7 out of that as well. Awesome. Alright, let's wear this survivor harness. And that actually made things seemingly worse, but we're going to make a few adjustments now that we have that harness. So let's activate the survivor harness, and we're going to store... it only takes a small one. I was hoping we'd be able to attach our scar to that. Apparently not. Let's do the klaxon or the H and K. I didn't check ahead of time the size on that FN scar H. Apparently it's too big to attach to the harness. I think I'll be okay with that, actually. So let's... The number of times I'm going to whip that thing out is fairly small, and we're going to put together another solution here pretty soon. Foldable cart that we can bring around with us. And we'll just stick it in there when we travel around. So let's go ahead and drop the Scar H back in our gun pile. And activate that harness again. And let's put in that H and K. Alright, so that got it down a bit now that we got rid of that. Next up, I want something that's going to give us some more head protection. Right now we've just got the Survivor helmet, and I'm going to add a hood, and I believe I'll be able to wear it with the helmet, and we'll find out. So on the Survivor hood, this is an outer layer, whereas the helmet is a standard layer, so that's why I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use them both, and it provides a really good protection factor with 100% coverage, so we're going to find out. Just use some more sinew, and use the plastic bags, and the welder. Alright. Dang it, it won't let me. Can't wear another helmet. Oh well. I thought it would let me, apparently not. I'm going to find something else I can put on with that stupid Survivor helmet. There's got to be something else. Maybe I'm stuck with something close to the skin? Put it under the other helmet? Let's go check here. What is close to the skin? Not right there. Flame resistant hood. That's 3-3. We might try that. Ski mask. And I'm down to pretty low level stuff. So I think the flame resistant hood is the most likely thing. We'll give it a try. Yay, we can actually wear it. So that'll help. Alright. So that'll add some. So that gets us from 10-15 to 13-18. So that is perfectly acceptable. An encumbrance on the head has no game effect, so this number here doesn't mean anything. It's totally useless, has no effect. So we upped our protection factor on our head by a few more points. I think that's going to be the best combination right there. So we got that taken care of. I'll just end up dumping the hood for now. Alright, torso. I'm going to dump the canteen. And what else was I going to drop? I'm thinking of dropping the backpack as well. We'll check our numbers here in just a second. Alright, so step outside for a moment. We're at 56 total encumbrance on the torso. Still pretty high. It's just a combination of pretty much everything adding up. The canteen is around the waist for 4. The utility belt is also around the waist, so we're getting a combination there. And then we've got strapped and strapped because of the backpack and the bolt driver. So we're getting the extras from those. Like I said, I'm going to ditch the canteen, and we're going to try to carry the bolt driver in our hands as opposed to strapped once I sort the rest of this out. Alright, don't have space there. Do have lots of space there, so we'll drop the canteen right there. And we'll take off the bolt driver. We're at 9 out of 24. If I take off the backpack, drop it on the ground temporarily, puts us at 9 out of 11. So with that combination, we're also wearing or holding a bunch of other things currently. So let's dump the hood again, and this random stuff. Alright. So we're at 7 out of 11. How much does this thing weigh? Or 2.5, so we can grab it now. Alright, so in this configuration, how are we doing? Oh yeah, we're down to 32 plus 2, so 34. Much, much better. Arms is still fairly encumbered though. That's because of these arm guards. I might ditch those. We're already at 13, 17 with just the gambeson and the survivor suit, so I think the arm guards is too much. Let's dump those as well. I'm kind of trying to find a sweet spot between having relative immunity to standard zombies and the encumbrance values for certain body locations. So I'm going to ditch the arm guards for now. And much nicer. So legs, I can't do much unless I'm going to, again, ditch the pair of iron greaves. And I think I am. I'm going to ditch the greaves as well. I'd rather have the mobility right now. I've got enough protection with the other items that I think I can afford to do that. Where'd you go, iron greaves? There we go. Legs at 22, hands at 10, arms at 22. Mouth is a little high because of the balaclava and the survivor mask. So getting my breath back's a little harder because of that, but not enough. I think I'm going to keep those. I don't like fiddling with that mask on and off. And eyes is fine. The helmet and hood are good. Our harmonica, and then again the balaclava. And we're going to need those. Well, actually, we may not. I'm going to dump the thermal balaclava temporarily as well. Alright, it's day 14 of winter. We're going to hit summer here real quick, so I'm going to end up having to resort this stuff pretty soon anyway. Or not summer, but spring. So we'll see how things go. Alright, I'm liking those numbers a whole lot better. So 34 total torso encumbrance in this configuration. The downside is just the carrying capacity. I'm at 9.6 out of my 11.5, so I can't carry much as it is right now, but this would be my combat loadout, where I'd be most effective, and then I can wear the backpack if I need to, if we find loot that I want to pick up. And we've got the bolt driver and the crossbow bolts in our inventory, taking up a pretty good amount of space, but I think it'll work out pretty well. Hey there, Mr. Epicam. Welcome. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. Alright, let me check in with chat here after that inventory resort. I look at Twitch chat. Just takes a while sometimes when I get on a roll and doing something in game, so just got to bear with me. How to answer that question? I think I'm one of the more knowledgeable, well, I don't want to say more knowledgeable. Yes, I'm a knowledgeable player, mostly for the early to mid-game. Late-game stuff I haven't played probably enough of to give easy, concrete answers to some of the high-end game stuff. But all the early game, mid-game stuff I'm pretty confident about. As anybody that goes to my Twitch or my YouTube channel can tell, I've got the Cataclysm University teaching series, the Quick Tips series, a tutorial series, all sorts of stuff. So I would like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable about it in general. How long have you been playing Cataclysm? A couple years now, but I go in spurts. The last 6 months have been pretty hectic because I've been doing a lot of it on YouTube and Twitch, so tons and tons of play. Advantage of strapping stuff to you is it gets it out of your inventory, so it's not being counted against the volume you can carry. Anything you have strapped to you no longer is being counted against these volume numbers, so it allows you to carry more of other things to strap it. Now the downside is whatever location you're strapping it to might then have encumbrance negatives, so you've got to understand when it is a good idea to do so, and is it worth the trade-off of the encumbrance penalties versus freeing up the volume. Alright, so what I'm doing is we've hit the mid-game portion where I know the relative damage values of the low-end zombies that tend to swarm you, and I've gotten my protection factors up just high enough with a couple of armor pieces in each location that I'm relatively immune to all of their damage. I could just stand there and let them wail on me for a long time and they'd never get any hits through. I'm not also concerned about bites any longer. I've got plenty of medical gear where the occasional bite that might get through is very easy for me to resolve. So I don't have a fear of getting hand-to-hand up close with zombies anymore. If a group of regular zombies swarms me, it's not going to worry me over much. I'm pretty much immune to most of their damage at this point. So I'm trying to optimize various factors to get a good mix. I'm kind of playing with my protection values on my body parts, with the encumbrance negatives for the layering, and so on. So I'm just trying to find that sweet spot of layered gear and protection and encumbrance. So too much encumbrance has negative effects that you can see on these screens. If you come to this section here, it'll show you in most of the body locations exactly what's going to happen. So too much torso encumbrance is affecting your melee attack rolls and your dodge skill and your movement speeds. Too much on your arms affects the stamina cost of melee attacks and accuracy with ranged weapons and so on. So just trying to find a good balance. And the more resources and skills you have, the more complicated the inventory Tetris gets. So, alright, so we've got our new S-Stock. That'll be my go-to hand-to-hand weapon for tougher zombies. We'll use the rapier for the low-level stuff, and then we've got, of course, the pneumatic bolt driver we've been using for our silent ranged damage, which is awesome. We've got the H&K MP7 loaded up on our survivor harness. That's our oh crap weapon should we need to go to it. Although I think at this point the S-Stock is probably going to be more use against Hulks than that H&K would be. So it's not as critical that I have one of these. That S-Stock is just a beast at driving in damage. So 45 pierce damage now that I've got it reinforced with all of my other stats. Plus it does stun on a crit, has high blocking ability, breaks grab attacks, so it's going to be awesome for those tougher zombies. So that may be even better than the gun. So I won't often go to that gun. Plus the fact the gun makes so much noise. So, alright, double check one last thing. So temperature-wise, we're also doing good right now in the wintertime. And check my list real quick. Oh yeah, two other items I saw that are going to be really fun that I want to play around with. Well, one of them's going to be pretty fun. We're still on the lookout for some books and some skill ups for some of the things I want and need to get done, but this one caught my eye when I was going down the list. Take a look at this one. Zombie Pheromone. So, this is some kind of disgusting ball of rotting meat. Squeezing it causes a small cloud of pheromones to spray into the air, causing nearby zombies to become friendly for a short period of time. That sounds hilarious. I've never used that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So, we're going to create some of these. We need to grab some chunks of meat, which I think those zombies I just killed are going to be able to give us. And we're going to make up a few of these things and test them next time I get a big crowd of low-level zombies around me. See how much fun we can have with that thing. Now, I don't know if friendly means that they're just not going to attack you, or if they're actually going to become like NPC friendly and attack the other zombies on your behalf. That would be really fun and entertaining if that's what happens. But if it just keeps them from attacking you, it still has some use, but not quite as much. So let's butcher everything here. Alright, let's grab some tainted meats. I don't need a lot of them for now. And let's bring up that pheromone thing. Let's make a batch of pheromones. 6 minutes. Sounds good. Alright, we have zombie pheromones times 5. Where are they at? Right there. So 3 uses each, so we have 15 total uses of these zombie pheromones. And they don't weigh very much, so only 0.25 volume and 0.52 weight, so I think those are going to be pretty entertaining. You guys need to remind me when to unload with these things, because I'm going to totally forget that I've got them. So hopefully I pay attention enough to chat that you remind me at some useful time. Yeah, I can definitely do some weapon mods, and I'm hoping to do that. Let's take a look here at the mod list. So I've got quite a few available, and I think I've looted a few here and there. If anything, the Barrett is what I want to augment, but it's really more skill dependent right now. Once I get some skill, then I'm going to look into actually upgrading with the weapon mods. I just don't think it's worth doing when I'm already so negatively handicapped on my low skill levels. So right now my crafting skills are doing really good. So driving, fab, mechanics, and cooking all 8 or above, tailoring at 7, electronics 6. Computers is the holdout. It's way down at 1. That's the big thing I'm really itching to raise up. First aid would be good to raise, but I need to build some things to get myself up to either 3 or 4 or 5, and then I've got an advanced book that can take me up to, I believe, 8. So I'll have to do some craft grinding to get first aid up. But other than that, I mean, rifles is only 3, marksmanship 3. I mean, everything else is super low. Submachine guns is 0. So that H&K, even modded, isn't really going to do much. Shoulder strap the 50 cal? No thanks. We tested that last episode, and very, very, very disappointing currently. So we're not going to try using that thing effectively right now. We've got better ways of dealing with stuff instead of that 50 cal. Until I start spraying and praying with some rifles to get my skill up, we'll do some specific target practice sessions with some rifles and whatever ammo I've got the largest supply of once we've actually got a decent supply. But right now we've got some other things that I want to get done. Alright, the other thing I wanted to look at, last thing, is the cantilever. Telescopic cantilever. So I need 8 wires to build one of these. And it's a small steel telescoping cantilever. If attached to a frame, it could be used to lift up to 3.5 metric tons. So, with recent changes in the experimental branch, and I've just upgraded recently, it's now necessary, unless you have a really crazy high strength, to use some kind of a lift mechanism for the large storage batteries. You can't just grab them by hand and put them in, take them out any longer. You need a lifting mechanism. So I'm thinking of building one of these, finding a place to install it on the vehicle so I can use it to lift things in and out of the vehicle a little bit easier. So, and or pull it off, install it to a temporary frame, and then use it to lift out of other vehicles. So 8 wires is not a problem to get. I'll probably hold off on this one for right now and then deal with it once we've got a few wires, or I take something apart that'll give me a few. But something I want to keep an eye on. Alright, so what are we going to do? I think that's about it for the recap and the updates. So once again, for anybody that's joined us here in the last few minutes, there's the character sheet that we're running with. We are mid-adventure with this particular character, John Doe number 7. And the ultimate goal is to ascend. We're playing with the Ascension mod pack. To do that, we're going to have to go after some named type bosses, the end boss Triffid Queens and Shoggoths and I don't know what else. But I've got some skill up issues I need to deal with. I'm actually thinking of going and trying to take on either the school or the hospital. We can also search for bookstores and libraries, but I want to get these last couple of skills off my list and get them raised up to at least 7 or 8 level, so we can get the last few critical things built. So we've got a number of locations that are possible. We've got a few labs nearby that I'm not quite ready to go into till I get these skills done. We have a hell castle down here, so we've got to be a bit careful. This area here is kind of saturated with imps and hell knights and demons and cacodemons, all that kind of nasties. So we got to be a little careful there. But thinking I want to go take on maybe the school next. I haven't cleared a school in quite a while, and I think with our gear and our equipment right now, we might be able to do it. I'm just kind of waffling between that and the hospital. I think the school might be a little easier, so let's plan on that. So I need to figure out a route back over to the school. It's either down this way and then try to avoid anything that's nasty popping out of the Hellspire and then up, or the way I came to this side of the map is we kind of had to come down through here, and then we went, I think we went right through here. Then I went north and escaped out this direction. So it's a bit of a path, but it's all cut off by forest for the most part. Actually, I think maybe I can go north this way. Maybe we'll do that instead. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to head north, get up to this area. We might hop out, kill some zombies, practice some things, and then try to clear the road so we can make this path a little easier in the future. So I think that's the plan. So, what time is it? 11 o'clock? Alright, no problem. Let's get a drink. Here's the vehicle status, by the way. For anybody that's new to the series, we're running around in our Humvee, pretty heavily modified. I've added another row in the back for an extra 3 cargo carrier spaces. We're rocking, what is that, 5 tanks, 2 full of diesel, 1 with clean water, 1 with salt water, and I leave 1 empty. Number of batteries, I'd like to get 1 more swappable storage battery in, and I'd like to get this one pulled out and then put a storage battery case in, and I think that'll finish off my power needs. An M60, which I don't use much, I'm going to swap that out as well here eventually. And we've got a mounted electric forge and a welder and a... so we've got the welder, the forge, and the chemistry station. So really, really nice vehicle to be tooling around in. Actually, speaking of that, we got any damage to repair? I can't remember. It says my forge is damaged. I remember something odd got hit. Yeah, the forge. So get that thing repaired. Do not want my forge to go away. That thing's too hard to replace. And the welding rig as well. Somehow those both got knocked on by zombies. Everything else looks good. Alright, so vehicle's good to go. Diesel and battery are good. Water's good. Let's just get something to eat and take off. Got a couple of chunks of meat. Let's cook up some food real fast. That's right, I can make royal jelly now. Totally forgot about that. We might have a use for that. Let's just do the cooked meat for now. Alright, that's good enough. So, we are right here at the base of this city area. Oh yeah, oops, before we leave, one other thing I wanted to do. I forgot, I discovered somewhat recently that laundromats are my friend. I need to go into this laundromat before we go wandering off. So let's do that. Make sure I've got everything I need. Let's switch out to the pneumatic bolt driver. Alright, still comes in under our volume limit, so good. And I probably... I need to see if I might get a baldric to put the S-stock strapped across my back, see how much of an encumbrance penalty that gives me. Let's do that before I leave. Rapier can be stored in the back scabbard baldric, and I assume the S-stock is also back scabbard and baldric. Alright, can I make either one of those? Back... I don't have a back scabbard. Nope. Alright, how about a baldric? Nope. Alright, so I don't have the skill books, or the books that have the recipes for either of those, apparently. We might have to spend some time going through some museums to see if we can get a hold of that stuff. Hey there, Nakari. I'm glad to see you find those helpful for your domestic work. I've been told that people use them for sleep aids as well. Alright, let's head on into this place. They conveniently left me a back door. So what we're looking for here is those jugs. Yes, jugs of bleach. Oh yeah, I need to wear my backpack. So we got jugs of bleach and ammonia. Oh, we got double bleach this time. Don't care about the cargo pants. So the reason I came in here, if you haven't thought about it, is all of these dryers have lots of heating elements, so they're awesome for heating element components. There's also these arcade machines that you can tear apart for the electronics components. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for metal, for heating elements, for electronics, and also those gallon jugs of bleach and ammonia. So highly recommend you check out the laundromats. Don't pass them off as useless. I don't really care what's in these things. There's not likely to be anything clothing-wise. Trying to think if there's anything I want to take apart right now. So far we've had all the components I've needed. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I just mainly wanted those. And then there's another one right up here, but we're going to leave that alone as well. Oh, I remember what my big deal is. I need a damn stethoscope. I'd like to go rob banks, but I need a stethoscope to be any good at it. Alright, let's drop these right here. 2-gallon jugs of bleach. We need lots of bleach and ammonia and all that good stuff for our chemistry stations when we start getting into mutations, which would be fun to do with this playthrough. Alright, now that I've got that, I'm actually going to leave it without the explored message. A lot of good things here. Another laundromat, a gun store right there. Butcher shop's going to have a lot of food, but a lot of it's going to be rotten by this point. So more gun stores up this way. So we've got tons and tons of stuff. We haven't really done much yet with these 3 city areas. We just basically completed a scouting run, and then last episode we did a bunch of traveling up that way, trying to find the ends of the various roads nearby. And found the lab there, out back behind that military outpost. So that was pretty much it. So we got tons and tons of stuff to do in these 3 city areas here. But let's get moving. Zoom out to a comfortable level. Alright, off we go. Alright, we just need to pretty much go due northeast for a while. Oops. Oh, we got an artifact right out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, let's not smash into that rock. Hello, smoker zombie. Right there, scaled teardrop. Alright. Let's stop right here. Hop out, take care of this guy. Whoops, right after I wield something other than my bolt driver. Rapier should work fine for him. Hello, I'm getting swarmed by blobs. My skill in melee has increased. Alright. Now, we tried the Indiana Jones challenge. I'll return to that at some point, but I think I'm going to stay here and kill these things. I'm getting all the quick strike bonuses, and this is a pretty easy way for me to level up a few skills, so we're going to take advantage of these guys. Oh, they actually landed a hit. And he coated me in slime. Makes me sluggish. Alright. Guess I do need to be... Whoa. Alright. Never mind. I need to be a little careful. I think I'm near the slime pit. Yep, that's the slime pit. So I need to be a little more careful. Now I have a bit of a problem. I'm not sure how quick they are in relation to me, and I don't want them to bang on my vehicle too much. Let's go to run mode while I've got a path to move. Let's try to move away from them, see if I can make some distance. So I'll end up circling around, then getting back into my vehicle and driving off. How to do this? I step there and there. Alright, we'll grab the artifacts, and we'll step out this way, draw them down into the, whoops. Apparently it's got a blob creature error. Alright, I just want to draw them away from my vehicle a bit, so I can run over and hop in it and get driving without the vehicle taking too many hits. Alright, I think that's probably enough. Matthew USA, my recommendation #1 is always knife spear, knife spear, knife spear. Check out the quick tips series over on my YouTube channel. It'll show you exactly how to get it really quick. It's one of the first episodes that I did in the quick tips series. And the quick tips are only like 2 to 3 minute long videos, so they're real short for a specific reason. Alright, let's see if we can make this run. Go to the south. Come on down this way, guys. I need to get a little bit of distance between me and them because when I step onto the frame it takes a lot of movement points. Alright, that wasn't too bad. They're all hung up on the the rubble, so they can't move very fast over there. So that worked well. So we got the artifact. Let's go ahead and get things started up and get out of here before these get too bothersome. Alright, there we go. And we'll dump that artifact off. I'm not in the mood to try experimenting with artifacts right now. Let's see. We were going to go right off to the far north. Can't remember how bad the crowd was out front of the superstore. Let's actually take the road route and see just how much is out front. Zombie kinderlings. What do we got? Zombies, shriekers, cops. Nothing too dangerous. We're on the last day of the first year of the game, so we haven't seen too much nasty evolution yet. Alright, slow down a bit, go around. So we've got some items in that ambulance. So far I'm not seeing much that actually worries me. I might take a stop here and we'll take a peek inside the superstore possibly. Yeah, everything is going to be pretty easy for me to take out so far. There's a few vehicles I'd like to get a look at. At least one ambulance. That's a cube van, cargo van, AP. Oh, that's a mechanized infantry carrier. I'd kind of like to get a peek into the superstore. Be interesting to make that our quote-unquote home base for the area. Turn a superstore into a super base. Not really planning on basing up too much. This vehicle has got almost all of the equipment that I would really need, and I haven't come close to filling it up with the new row of cargo carriers I put in, so... What do you think? Do you guys want me to stop and take a look at this super center, or just continue on and clear out the northern part of that city and then head over to the school? Take a quick water break while you guys let me know your opinions. Yeah, so far I don't see too much risk at the moment either. Even if a Hulk or something popped out in my current gear and equipment level, it wouldn't be too dangerous. So let's I'm gonna stop here, clear the front end of this, because I might need to come back here later for parts from all these vehicles and such. So let's go ahead and clear the front entrance and maybe take a peek inside. As long as things look manageable, I don't see a problem with it. So we've also, oh yeah, we've got the airdrop crates over here. I remember I made a note about that, so that's another reason to go ahead and stop temporarily. Let's put a little more range between me and the stuff. So let's slow down, let's pull off the road here to the north a bit. Alright, right there's good. So we'll stop driving. Pop out the other side. Alright, now I've got my backpack on. I got to remember to relocate that. Get it inside if I'm going to wear it. I'm actually going to take it off until I clear things. So we'll just drop that on the ground. Alright, hello zombie dog. Using my rapier at the moment. Why is my volume down slightly from what it was? Oh, I've got that teardrop in my inventory. It's only 0.5. Alright, well I need to drop that before I go anywhere as well. Let's drop that in the same place here until we deal with this stuff. Alright, yeah, we'll just let him come to me. So it's a little misleading in the number of hits it's taking because I'm getting multiple attacks before they get to do anything. The shocker zombie hits the Kraken. Really? Is that what's over here? Yep, that's what's over here, body sight. Wonder if the Migo is still around. This is just a sports site, don't care about that. Alright, we'll just wait here for these last few guys to show up. Precisely hit for 68. Critical. Zombie dies. Of course he does. You coming towards me? Shocker zombie is going to hit me, so that'll be a little irritating if so. Or the shocker zombie get killed. I don't see him on the list anymore. Nail gun. Cash card, we'll grab that. Apparently, the Kraken killed the shocker zombie. Good job. We might have to wander over there just to butcher that guy. Let's do that. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Can't believe that guy actually hit me. He did some damage. Might have to reevaluate my mini flamethrower and a power storage. We'll have to come back for this stuff. Alright, run mode turned off. I think I'm going to wear the backpack. Alright, drop the artifact, and I got to remember to try out these zombie pheromones. That's going to be entertaining. Alright, with the backpack, we've got quite a bit of space available, so let's go grab these. And we're sick. Huh, it's because of the slimed. Alright, anything else out here? Bats, clothes, don't care, don't care, don't care. Still don't care. No. Alright. Whoa, what was that last thing? Essence? That I care about. 23 to the south, and that's where the airdrop crates are. Alright, let's go get that and do the airdrop crates before anything else. Grab the essence, and I guess we'll check this van while we're here. Pork pie hat, one of those. Alright. Don't have my crowbar with me. I keep forgetting I don't have the crowbar. Alright, back to the car. What do we get? Army jacket, army helmet. We'll grab them, but I'm just going to tear them apart for the Kevlar. Hello, grabber zombie. Yeah, let's just stab him to death. Oh yeah. Wing mirror. Wing mirror. Gotta re-up my wing mirror supply. There we go. EMP grenade and a C4 explosive. That's more like it. What else do we see out here? Nothing useful. Crate number 3. An RX-12 jet injector with 2 doses. RivTech RX-12 jet injector is a small pistol-shaped device used to inject advanced fast-healing chemicals through the skin without using a needle. Label on the side warns against using more than 2 doses per hour. Alright, it's got two charges of chemical ampule. Well, that's awesome. The MRE's okay. Alright, there's usually 4 boxes. Unless I'm seeing one. I don't see another one. Maybe there's just 3 this time. Unless it landed on the roof of the van. Yeah, I'm not seeing another one. What do we got in here? Alright, some Adderall, some meth. Don't care about the rest. Okay, let's switch weapons, get the bolt driver back out. Fire. Good job. And blood essence. At some point I'm going to have to figure out what all these essences do and how to use them with our steadily increasing Arcana ability. I'm just going to work my way across the parking lot. God damn, that's an awesome weapon. Don't care about that. Grab the batteries out of the cell phone. Don't bang up my... Alright, about to run out of ammo for this thing. I'm going to have to switch. Got 3 more shots, but let's back up a few and wield our... Let's go with the... Put the rapier against these. Alright. Stop banging up the inside of my ambulance. Whoa, hello, grabber. Come on, where are you at? We got worm sign up here, so we got something creeping around underground. Hopefully it's not like an alpha trapdoor spider or anything like that. Alright, come here, you. Don't care about any of that. There's some copper wire I need. Not going to worry about the rest of that. Scrap metal. Butcher the acid zombie. Yeah, I see you up there creeping around. Alright, I think we got everything picked up. I want to find out what this is. What's up here? Come here. Where are you at? Giant worm. And then little worms. Butcher, butcher, free meat. Lots of meat. I like it. Alright. What do we got? Marijuana, rolling papers, sure. And disinfectant. Can always use more of that. Alright, turn off run mode, get your breath back. Alright, we've got a pretty messed up military vehicle. Might have some ammo. Actually, looks like a couple of them smashed into each other. No ammo. Could get armor and stuff like that off of it. We're not going to worry about that. Don't care about these. 2x4s? 2x4s. Trucks always have 2x4s. Hello, smoke zombie. I'm not scared of you. Kinda scared of what else might be behind you, though. Especially when an alarm starts going off. Oh, that I'm worried about. Alright, we got a zombie hollow. Run mode. Walk mode. Alright, now I have to be careful. Zombie hollows are nasty. And there's a big crowd coming. Alright, so that I'm worried about only because of this. If I can get rid of the hollow, the rest of that doesn't worry me in the slightest. That hollow is nasty. So, black hollow eyes. Survey the surroundings as the zombie stretches and bends in ways that whoever the original body belonged to never could. The only thing that seems solid on this flexible black veined body is the rows of sharp black teeth. You get the feeling that the only human thing remaining is the skin, worn as one would wear clothes. So, it can grab you from multiple spaces away, and it has razor-edged teeth along its arms that just kind of buzzsaw you to death. So it's nasty. So I need to be really careful how I handle that thing. Especially since it can grab me and pin me while all this other stuff gets free swings. So I've got to be really careful about this one. The Halligan? I'd love to have a Halligan. Haven't found one. Don't believe I can make one yet. I don't remember if I checked for the recipe or not. And a crowbar works just fine until I've got the firefighter's tool belt anyway. Let's pull the crowd this way. Where is that thing? Right there. I need to separate from the major portion of the crowd. If I can keep pulling the hollow towards me, I'll deal with him with just a few buddies, but I'm not going to try to take him when there's 15, 20 other zombies nearby. So I'm going to move over towards this vehicle, see if I can sort this crowd out by putting some vehicles between me and them. Alright, we are in just a walk mode. Alright, what's coming? That group's looking pretty good. I can take this guy out with the ranged, so let's go to run mode again, back off a bit. Wield the bolt driver, reload it, keep reloading it. Thing takes a while to reload. Alright. We've got the bolt driver fully reloaded now. Let's grab the rapier again. So here comes the acid zombie. I want to get rid of him, then I want to get rid of the hollow. I know the hollow's in there somewhere. Maybe I stab that guy while he's tied up in the vehicle. I don't want to fire into the armored vehicle. Alright, let's switch out. Let's wield the rapier. Damn it, he got out. Get off of the acid. Alright, didn't want that to happen. Where are you at, hollow? There he is. Alright, that's him right there. Let's... Oops, we got the crowd coming again. I think most of that crowd's actually... Yeah, there are a pretty good number of them are coming my way. Damn it, I was really hoping to get the hollow taken care of before those guys got close. I got nothing behind me but wide open spaces. I might have to go get the vehicle and run some stuff over. That's the safest way to deal with this hollow, specifically. Hello, hollow. And they're starting to peel around the corners now. Let's take an aspirin. Get that pain coming down. Let's actually take a second one. Alright, too many zombies in the area, and the hollow's about to break free. I'm going to keep working my way backwards this way, try to break contact with as many as I can while pulling that hollow out into the fields. Alright, runner and the hollow. Back off a little further. Alright, back to walk mode. I'm just playing range games, trying to keep these guys closest to me interested, but get far enough away where the crowd loses track of me. Let's change directions. The crowd's still following. I can at least get rid of this runner. Alright, where's the hollow at? Alright, so he's down there. Really, he's most dangerous in groups, so I think I'll be okay now. I'm gonna wait right here. Alright, so the hollow's coming and a few others. Let's back off a little further. So I'm down to 3. The hollow and... what are these? Decayed? Hungry. I think that's an upgraded standard, so I do need to be a little careful. I don't want to still be dealing with a hollow when those guys show up, especially if he pins me. Thinking of running around the hollow, kill those other 2, and then I can deal with the hollow on its own. If I try to wield the S-stock, 172 moves. He's going to close not too far. He might get halfway to me. Let's do that. Let's switch to the S-stock. Alright, not too bad. We're going to end run this guy, charge those other 2. Nah, that's just going to group them up. Damn it. Just really nervous about this guy. He's got long arms. He's going to grab me at some point if he gets much closer. He's probably going to go down pretty quick, and this is going to make all this caution look pretty silly, but I've lost a character to this guy before, and I'm just really nervous about him. We've been going for about an hour. Hey there, 1, 2, 3, Martea? Alright, different tack. Let's run up this way, get a little more distance. Drop right here the backpack. Oh, now I got a dog coming at me. What else did we drop? Random stuff? Random stuff. Don't care about the rest. That's all fine. Come here, dog. Goodbye. Alright, we're going to deal with this guy right now. So I dropped the backpack to make sure my encumbrance was down. We're going to use this S-stock. Hopefully I can kill him in just a few blows. And he grabbed me from a couple of spaces out. Missed. Missed. Hit him for 38, which puts him at moderately, so it's going to take at least a couple more hits. I hope I get him before these guys show up. Alright, so we got him. These guys I don't expect too much danger from. Critical hit for 81. And especially if I crit. I broke his grab with my weapon. Broke its grab again. He bites but failed to penetrate the armor. Alright. And we get some aspirin for our trouble right after we get the backpack back on. Alright. I know that seemed probably like more caution than was necessary, but those guys are dangerous. Alright, got everything picked up again. Back to walk mode, and we'll head back down. Whoa, what did he rip? Ah, I forgot to put my backpack inside again. Damn it. I'm gonna get my backpack destroyed here if I'm not careful. I keep forgetting when I take it off to put it back inside the protection levels. Nbr Vest on the outside, please. Then the suit. Then the gambeson. Everything else after that. Helmet, hood, mask, suit, gambeson, gloves. Alright, everything else is good. Tailor's kit, that's all I care about. We'll just unload the thread. Alright, now it's time to try out those zombie pheromones. Did I not pulp the hollow? I thought I pulped everything. Did I forget one? Apparently I did forget. We'll probably never see him again if he happened to come back to life up here, but actually we got an essence out of him, so good call. Let's butcher him too. Alright, we've got a crowd coming. I want to try that pheromone thingy, but we're going to let these guys get close. Come on guys, group up. Group up. There we go. Activate. Pheromone. All near... and several nearby zombies turn friendly. So if I just pass time, at least one of them's still after me. Nope, they're fighting each other. That's hilarious. Alright. So if anybody just joined, in the intro I mentioned we resorted some of our gear, created a few new items, and got a bit of a different sort and set for a few things. As part of that, one of the items I discovered that I wanted to try out was zombie pheromone. So we crafted up 5 batches of zombie pheromones, and here's the details on it. Some kind of disgusting ball of rotting meat. Squeezing it causes a small cloud of pheromones to spray into the air, causing nearby zombies to become friendly for a short period of time. That's hilarious. So they're fighting each other now. So we're going to wield our bolt driver. Only thing is I can't tell which one's friendly. I haven't hit them at all myself yet. So heavily injured, moderately injured, lightly injured, uninjured. Oh, actually it says. That one's friendly. That one's friendly and badly bleeding. That one's hostile. So we're going to shoot this guy. So fire, careful. Fire, careful. I think we hit the wrong guy there. And then my 2 friendly guys are going after the last unfriendly. So that's unfriendly. He's hostile. He's hostile, and he's friendly still. So it's 2 on 1. Let's shoot that guy. And did he finally go? Nope, he's still friendly. I'm going to let him stay alive until I find out, see how long he actually sticks around friendly. Now he's hostile again. So, that is awesome. That's going to be fun to play around with. I just have to remember to actually use it. I think he was even pulping the zombies for me. Yeah, that's why I was just testing. So it lasted a pretty good amount of time, considering how easy it is to make them with the cooking skill and the accessories, or the skills and things I have. Super easy to build. I have no idea what it'll work on. It's the first time I've ever used them. So it doesn't mention... It just says nearby zombies. It doesn't mention requirements or saving throws or resistances or anything else, so I have no idea how effective it'll be against higher level zombies. We'll test it. We'll find out. I'm pretty amused by it. It actually is going to give us some pretty interesting capabilities. Destination area is full. Wow, I'm at 24. It's because of all the meat I'm carrying and the grenades. Yeah, we've grabbed too much stuff. I want my stuff, so we're going to drop I'm going to drop the helmet. So drop that. That's probably enough. Don't care about any of the rest of that stuff. Alright, so we're going to beeline back to our vehicle to unload, and then we'll go have some more fun. That's pretty amusing. I'm all sorts of tickled about the possibilities those pheromones are going to provide. Imagine going over to the school. I just start popping these handfuls of pheromones and just watch the carnage as all the zombies start killing each other. That amuses me greatly. I'm wondering just what the range of it is, just how close they have to be. Do they have to be directly adjacent, or is it a cloud that is like 2 or 3 spaces away? I'll have to do some more testing. What I'm envisioning is doing a drive-by. I drive up, let go of the controls, stick my arm out the window and squeeze one of these things as I pass by a big cluster of zombies, and then keep driving, and just do that a few times. Alright, vehicles way over here. A lot of zombies down south, a couple zombies chasing me. Alright, let's just make a drop pile and then I'll sort it all out later. Don't need multiples of that, don't need that or that. Way too many of those. Nope, keep those. Keep the pheromones, those are entertaining me. Don't think I need the explosives or the meat. Alright, there we go. So, I'm going to do an experiment. We're going to see if I'm going to have these guys get 3 spaces away and then try to do it. So, I believe that's... I can't tell if that's 3 or 4 with the cover the way it is, but we're going to try a dose. And the nearby zombie turns friendly. He's friendly. He is still hostile. So he was close enough, so that's a pretty good range. I'm actually impressed. That's at least... I can't tell for sure. Actually, I guess I can tell. 1, 2, 3, that's 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's closer to 6. So, we know it's good out to 4, but not out to 6, unless that guy just resisted. So that'll be the next thing I need to figure out. Was that a range problem, or did he just randomly roll and succeed in not going hostile? Zombie fight! Like bum fights, but with zombies. Lightly, lightly. They're just chewing away on each other. Let's just reload my gun while they go after each other. Aww. How damaged are you?